In this section, we're going to be looking at biconditionals and definitions. A biconditional is a single true statement that combines a true conditional and its true converse. So let's look at an example of this. Here we have, if the sum of the measures of two angles is 180, then the two angles are supplementary. The converse of this statement would be, if two angles are supplementary, then the sum of the measures of the two angles is 180. Basically, the end of the statement was put first and the beginning was put at the end. The converse is true. So you can form a true biconditional by joining the true conditional and the true converse with the phrase if and only if. So the biconditional statement would be two angles are supplementary if and only if the sum of the measures of the two angles is 180. So let's recap on this. If the conditional statement and its converse are true, then we can write it in a biconditional statement form using if and only if. And when we write it in that form, we keep it in the same order as the converse, and we just add if and only if in between. Now we're going to look at biconditional statements again, the concept of it. A biconditional statement combines P and Q and P as PQ. So you can see that we're using a different symbol now in order to represent biconditional statement. It's an arrow pointing both ways. And if we were to read this, it would be read as P if and only if Q. Keep in mind you can only form a biconditional statement if both the conditional statement and its converse are true. Now we're going to look at an example of identifying good definitions. In example A, we have the statement, a fish is an animal that swims. To identify whether this is a good definition, we want to look and see if it can be reversible. So if we said an animal that swims is a fish, we can see that fish are not the only animal that can swim. So a whale is a counterexample. A whale is an animal that swims, but is a mammal, not a fish. So it does not have to be a fish. So A is not a good definition. Now we're going to look at B. A penny is a coin worth 1 cent. And this is a good definition. It is reversible because a coin worth 1 cent is a penny, and all the terms in the definition are clearly defined and precise.